No, as you know, we announced our earnings results last week. We have guided for our fiscal year, which is January to December 2015. We have guided to at least 19% growth, which will take us to about $12.2 billion, which is very healthy growth by any standards. And we were very happy with the way 2014 turned out for us, especially towards the latter half of last year. And we feel the momentum is behind our business. We won a significant number of large deals, which will start ramping up during the course of 2015. So overall, we are very, very confident about the 2015. I feel that this is a very opportune time when everything is coming together. The technologies are there that is driving changes. The government is very, very favorable. In fact, they want to leverage this technology to drive changes in the way we function. And on the supply side, India has the very unique advantage. We have a very large talent pool, and there is a realization that we need to educate and skill ourselves in some of these emerging technologies. So efforts are already underway by all the stakeholders to get digitally adept in terms of seizing these opportunities. And we also see a very vibrant ecosystem for promoting entrepreneurship, innovation. So everything is really coming together very well to drive change in the country. Let me talk about the industry point of view. It's the same. Collectively, we represent what the industry needs from the government. If I look at the needs of the industry, let me categorize the industry in two ways, actually. The one is the large established players, and we have been in the business for a long period of time. We really thank the government, various governments that has really supported the industry all along. The only ask from these types of large established players is to really provide a lot more clarity in terms of budget provisions, so that we know the way forward, so we don't get into litigation. Make it easy for us to do business, so that we don't get into a lot of litigations, clarifications, tax administrations. Remove all those hassles for us, so make it easy for us to do business. But there's another sector, that's also contributing, and that will also contribute in a big way for the growth of this industry, is the emerging, the entrepreneurial ecosystem. That requires a lot of nurturing and the support from the government. So if I look at the small and medium size, or even the startup companies, the type of support that they need, one is right from the funding, right? They all look towards angel funding. The tax treatment of angel funding needs to undergo a lot of changes. We need to really look at international best practices and implement tax administration for angel funding differently. So that's number one. And there's no debt financing options for these startup firms. So I know in the last budget, the finance minister allocated 10,000 crore sort of an innovation and startup fund. So if there is any way government can fund some of these startups, that will be very, very useful. So that's from a funding point of view to support the startups. Operationally, again, if there is some amount of support that the government can give in terms of, if these people are employment, whether it is employment related or they're spending a lot of, money in terms of skilling these people, training these people, so provide them relief for the training and skilling cost, that will benefit the startup. And third is actually, there's also a tax deduction at source, 10% tax deduction. So for small companies, the cash flow problems, right? So if there's any way government can really look at these problems of the small and startup type of companies and help them to be a lot more successful, what this will yield is, we will come out with a lot more innovative products and solutions, not only for India, but for the globe as well. So I think consciously, we need to nurture the startup ecosystem, and that is the ask that we will place before the union government to help us with the startup ecosystem.